Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Dip Dipianco. Watch the game live in our past episodes on demand on the Pilipinas Live app for just 149 pesos a month. Available for download on Google Play or the App Store.
All right, buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Hello, welcome to the show. The UAAP Season 86 Men's Basketball Tournament is just around the corner, and with chapters unfolding for each team. Basketball analyst and 9-time PBA champion Olsen Racela joins us tonight to give us his top storylines to watch, which begins already this weekend. Welcome to the game, Coach. Good to see you.
Yes, hi Boom.
Hi, Coach.
Dip. Good evening to all the televiewers.
Marami tayong pag-uusapan. Pag-usapan natin yung defending champions muna, Coach. That's one of the storylines, obviously, that we should start with. What are your thoughts on their defending their crown?
Well, of course, they're the defending champions. All the teams' focus are on the Ateneo Blue Eagles. They have a target on their backs this season, 86. You know. But having said that, I think it's going to be hard or a struggle for them to defend. Mainly because they lost a lot of key players.
Right.
I mean, they lost Padrigao, they lost Ildefonso, they lost Kwame,
yeah.
diba? And Andrade, of course.
Of course.
And all of these are expected to score for them. So the question is, where do they get scoring? But the thing with Ateneo, they have really good recruits. And aside from that, they really focus on player development. So every year, there's going to be that guy or a number of guys who will step up and play that key role for them.
Coach Olsen, you mentioned the challenge at hand for Ateneo. Lost key players, Ange Kwame, Dave Ildefonso, Padrigao, BJ Andrade. But then newcomers, sabi mo nga, Mason Amos, a new recruit, Kai Balungay, and Sean Ketevis. Are these, or their experience ba nung off-season, is it enough for them to lead the squad back to another title run? What do you think about that?
Preseason is always going to help them, but you know, UAAP is a different animal. Once you get there, ibang-ibang UAAP. Ano. But we've seen the progress of Balungay. We've seen Amos in the national team.
Correct, yes.
Okay? So they're going to be there, but I think one of the crucial parts for Ateneo would be how to replace Padrigao.
Right.
They have a lot of guards there. They have Gomez, they have Brown, they have new guys in Espinosa and Nieto. They even have Kuhn who can play the point, and Garcia last year. No?
Right.
But it's hard to replace Padrigao. Like I said, Ateneo is all about player development. So I expect these players really to step up, especially Garcia, who played limited minutes last season, but I think he's going to step up this
Spoken
this
like
season.
a true point guard. Coach Olsen. Okay, well, hoping to be there also with them, where the team that obviously was with them the last two finals, the UP Fighting Maroons. Sabi mo nga sa preseason's a different thing. And these teams that we're talking about all won different preseason leagues, and that's exactly what it means. UP, what are your thoughts? Baliktad naman sila halos ng UP, ay ng Ateneo. A little bit more intact, nadagdagan pa.
Yes, if you base the preseason, base it on the preseason, it looks like UP is the favored team. I mean, they might have lost Tamayo, they might have lost Lucero, okay, but every time you replace these two guys with the best UAP high school player in Lopez, the best NCAA player in Pablo, so you really have good recruits there. And not to mention, you have the Philams, you have Briones there, and then those guys coming out of those transferees in Felicilda and Torres. So, ang galing mag-recruit ng UP eh. So, I think they're gonna miss Lucero and Tamayo.
Obviously.
But kumpleto pa sila eh. They have that core, of course, with Diouf, with Kagulangan and Alarcon. So, they're gonna be the favorite team this season.
Interesting.
Lipat pa tayo sa isang contender, the
Yan.
De La Salle Green Archers, who are of course led by a new coach, Coach Topex Robinson. Coach Olsen, what do you think can Coach Topex bring to the table in leading the Green Archers this season?
A lot. Coach Topex is a very good motivator. They missed, ang Lasal missed the playoffs, the Final Four last year.
Right.
So I'm sure Coach Topex is thinking of ways really to motivate this team. But with this team, they have an intact lineup. Walang masyadong nawala dito sa team na to. They have a core of, imagine, Nelly, you have Nonoy, you have Austria, you have
The Phillips brothers.
the Phillips brothers, you have Kiambao,
Yeah.
then you still have their foreign student athlete, Nuangco.
Evan Nelly.
So, yes,
Right.
yeah, mentioned. So, intact pa yan eh. And then they have recruits also.
Yes.
But it really is crucial when you have a team who has played for so many years already. They've been playing for so long. And now that they have a new coach who will really motivate and who has also something to prove in the UAAP, they're going to be a team to contend with.
They were second place to UP and Phil Oil, but they won PBA Aspirants and the Cadayawan Cup. So you're right there, and you're right there being contenders. But my favorite part is the dark horse. Who is the dark horse in your opinion for this season 86, and why?
I'm going to be controversial.
Okay.
Sa dark horse ko.
We love
like
that.
that.
Sige na. Dapat sa simula pa lang eh.
Piliin ko sana Adamson, kaya nandun yung kapatid ko. For me, I think it's gonna be UST.
Why, Coach?
Exactly, why? Mystery palagi yung US. And for this season, for this preseason, they're a mystery to me. Why? Because they haven't been joining
Any
preseason
preseason, yeah.
tournaments. And that's Coach Pido for you. I mean, they're my dark horse primarily because of Coach Pido. He brings a lot to this team. Last year, they had Faye, okay? They had Cabanero, they had Malalang and Lazarte. There's a pretty good lineup there, but they didn't have a good season. But now that with Coach Pido coming in, plus his new recruits, actually they have one recruit that I tried to get a few years back, Chase Lane. He's going to be a really good player, Philam. But like I said, it's this Coach Pido's team, and it's going to be interesting how he's going to motivate his players and bring out that potential that this team has.
Tatago na naman si Coach Pido. No? Lagi na lang eh. Coach, maraming salamat ha.
Maraming salamat
See you
din.
this weekend.
Right.
Yes.
And after the break, we have updates on the Asian Games straight from Hangzhou, China. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. The 19th Asian Games is finally here, and our talented athletes are ready to shine bright on the global stage. Let's get the latest from our correspondent, Paulo Del Rosario from Hangzhou, China. Pao?
Boom, dip, after an incredible opening ceremony here in Hangzhou, China, the 19th Asian Games are in full swing. Almost 400 Filipino athletes are here in the quest for the Asian gold and are ready to make our nation proud. The Philippines did not have to wait long for a medal, with Taekwondo Jin Patrick King Perez copying a bronze in the men's individual Pumse. Of course, there are other big-name Filipino athletes ready to make an impression in China. Pole vaulter E.J. Obiena is ready to reassert his mastery over Asian athletics, while Marjeline Dedal gears up to defend her Asian gold. Gilas Pilipinas men and women have also arrived in China to test themselves against Asia's best. And there are even some debutants, such as tennis star Alex Ayala, ready to leave an impression in Hangzhou. Well, so far in my conversations with athletes here in Hangzhou, they are impressed with the facilities and accommodations and are fully focused in bringing home the Asian gold. You can follow our athletes on our social media accounts, One Sports, One News, and the Pilipinas Live app. Boom, dip.
Thank you very much, Pao. That was Paulo Del Rosario with the latest on our athletes at the 19th Asian Games from Hangzhou, China. On that note, the Asian Games are indeed in full swing, with China leading the pack at 50 medals apiece. Following in close is Japan with 23. Korea has 22. The Philippines, of course, we have to mention that, currently ranked 17th with 2 bronze medals so far. And after the break, LA Tenorio gives us an inside look on the preparations of Gilas Pilipinas in the 19th Asian Games. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to The Game. There are many new yet familiar faces in the Gilas Pilipinas roster, both on the floor and on the bench. Now, another former player who took up the role of becoming part of the brains behind the national team is Gilas veteran and local FIBA World Cup ambassador, Coach L.A. Tenorio. And tonight, we give you a first look into our 3-part special as we go inside the game with L.A. Tenorio. Watch this. We were watching a couple of games during the FIBA World Cup together. Nakikita ko how naapektuhan ka with now you're an active part of it again, but as an assistant coach. So My first question is, what is your precise role for as an assistant coach for Coach Tim Cone dito sa Gilas, and why was this also important to you to stay connected to Gilas?
Yung role ko for Coach Tim is really, since I know the system of Coach Tim, so it's very obvious na parang kinuha niya ako to help, you know, to help the players who siguro iba kasi yung perception ko na nakalaro ako. I did the system for 14 years. 14 years kay Coach Tim,
Tapos
including
ngayon,
Alaska
sila, dalawang linggo lang nila
dalawang linggo lang.
pinag-aaralan.
So, for him, dahil cramming and everything, di ba? So, malaking bagay na nandun ako. He will teach the you know, the basic fundamentals, X and O. Ang dami niya iniisip eh. So ako, ang role ko talaga is to talk to the players, that itong system na to will work on very ako natutulong ko sa team is very specific. So tinutulungan ko sila na very specific, intindihin, very specific. Coach Tim very general eh. This is the first option, second option, third option.
Okay.
Ako papasukin ko yung option na yon. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa mga players. This is the option, but this is ito talaga ang nasa loob ng options.
Kumbaga, diskarte.
Diskarte or in a technical way kasi maraming terms kasi talaga
of course.
with regards with the system,
Yes.
which is, you know, obvious naman, triangle.
So,
diba?
in other words, ikaw yung nag-fill in ng gap, yung mga intricacies ng system.
Yes. So, and I want those players to know or malaman nila yung mga read and react situation sa system that we have. So, yun yung ginagawa ko sa mga players, and I want them to understand not only the system but what's inside the system.
Okay.
Kasi ako sabi ko nga sana, kahit nakapikit ako, tatakbuhin ko yung
Correct.
sistema na yun.
Yeah.
Diba? So, yun yung role ko kay Coach Tim. And it's very important for me, you know, to be back sa national team, not as a player, but as a coach. I'm always, you know, every time na national team na magkaroon ako ng opportunity to help, why not?
In
Just
whatever way.
In whatever way. Like this one, the FIBA, I was the ambassador for the
correct,
FIBA. You know, kung ano man na matutulong ko for the national team, bibigay ko. And now, it's a different role.
Yeah.
What the Pilipinas or what Gilas gave me when I was playing, and now I'm a coach. I want to give it back.
Yes.
No? I want to give it back also na, you know, ito yung ginawa nyo sa akin, the experiences na binigay nyo sa akin, the past years na nag-represent ako
Again,
ng country.
your higher purpose.
Higher purpose. So
Right.
now it's for me to give back also to the young players,
Yes.
to the community, to the nation, di ba? Lalo ngayon yung basketball sa atin, mas lumalaki pa.
Okay, so yung kombinasyon ng mga players ngayon ng Gilas, kakaiba rin, ano? First time, ikaw na nagsabi, di ba, from SEA Games and FIBA, parang
World Cup.
sama-sama. This collection is a bit different. So, wala pa silang established na culture, which you've had with Gilas for so many years. How do you pass that on dito sa batch na to?
Well, the culture kasi, you cannot develop it right away. The way we had the culture before was really developed for a long period of time. No?
Right.
But this time, the culture that we have right now, the good thing about this team is a combination of young players and vets.
Yes.
Kahit mga yung iba doon, first-timer and everything. Actually, wala yatang first-timer sa team namin. But,
Mga pa nag-SEA Games na.
nag-SEA Games na, nag-FIBA, Jones Cup, nag-Asian Games na before.
Correct.
So, it's a combination of vets and the young players.
Yes.
And I think, you know, the culture that na ginawa nitong ni Coach Tim,
Tim Cone.
actually yun yung first yun yung first issue niya talaga when building the team is always the culture, to change the culture. When he went to Ginebra, it's the same, to change the culture. No? So kaya si Coach Tim, he got players who are vets and combination of vets and young players. Kasi including me.
Right.
Because the reason why is, as a vet kasi, hindi ka na, you have nothing to prove eh. Diba? It's natural feeling for a young player na pagpasok mo is you want to prove something.
Okay.
No? So, yung culture na ginawa namin doon sa ni Coach Tim or kami na nakita ko is to get vets for them to just play, you know, and to easily, parang madarintuan. Na hindi namin kailangan na sabihin na you don't have to prove anything. You know, you just have to play to help the team. You know, you don't have to think about what other people is saying outside the
noise.
circle.
Okay.
So yun yung culture na
Right.
I think it's for us kahit short period of time na kami meron. Nadalian kami doon sa culture na yun. Sinasabi ko din sa mga players, no? Especially sa mga young players and vets also with Chris Ross, with Chris Newsome, you know, with Japet and Junmar, mga vets na yan.
Yeah.
So yun.
Kaya kayo nandyan to reinforce that culture.
yeah.
Okay.
So with that culture that we have right now, no, ang role ko naman, no, you know, kasi as I mentioned kanina, 'di ba, puro vets yan eh, no. When you're a vet, syempre iba-ibang leaders meron dyan eh, like si Chris Ross, team captain ng San Miguel, Chris Newsome, team captain ng Meralco. Japet was a team captain nitong FIBA World Cup because he's the vet na. Hindi ko sabihin na oldest, pero vet na baka bawian ako ni Japet. Siya yung naging team captain. Scotty now is papunta na doon, di ba? And I'm teaching him like to be there kasi siya na talaga eh. Wala siyang choice. No? Masyado na mabait yung bata. So that's why Coach Tim got me as an assistant coach. My presence pa lang doon sa team, napakalaking bagay na sa mga players.
Right. I'm sure.
You know, I feel every day na every time they come to me and say,
talk to
me when I enter the court, Kuya, good morning, I'm so happy. Alam mo yun, yung feeling na gano'n, napakalaking bagay for me and most especially for them. No?
Mutual yung effect.
Mutual. So, yun yung ginawa ni Coach Tim din, kumbaga, as an inspiration, inspirational leader, di ba? And as outside, you know, as a coach naman, my experience siguro, kaya rin ako nandun, ako upo sa bench with Coach Tim, is my experience na pwede kong sabihin sa mga players with regard with the system. No, I don't have to teach Justin, you know, Ginebra boys because they know that I can, you know, that they know the system. But I'm there outside is for the players who doesn't know the system. So yun yung dalawang role ko. Outside the court and within the players. So, kaya siguro ako kinuha rin ni Coach.
Perfect guy.
Yeah.
Perfect guy for it. Speaking of, what's the mindset of Gilas going into this Asian Games, knowing that we came from that FIBA World Cup na you watched, you were a part of as an ambassador, now you're an insider talaga as an assistant coach. What are we thinking? I'm sure, syempre, pupunta tayo dyan to win.
Yeah.
There's no other question. But what's your assessment of the team and where are we with the cramming nga? Sabi mo nga, di ba?
Where are we now? Probably we're in 60% probably of what we're... Kasi naka-final lineup lang namin 2 days ago. So nakakompleto lang. So probably 50 to 60%. But again, you're right. We have a goal as a team. We have a goal to win the gold medal. That's why pupunta kami doon to win the gold medal, no? But that's not the goal.
Okay.
So ang gulo, di ba?
Tell us.
The goal is to win the gold medal, definitely. But that's not the goal for now. The goal for now is for us to get better every single day.
Not from skip steps.
Not to skip steps. Kasi example, if you're gonna climb the Mount Everest, you're not gonna climb right away going straight. So you have to climb it one step at a time.
Sanayin mo yung sarili sa altitude.
Yes. Although we don't have that enough time.
Yes. But you do what you can with the time that you have.
No? Lagi nga namin sinasabi, you know, we're not gonna be perfect. but we're gonna have a perfect effort every single day.
Right.
Diba?
Yeah.
Perfect effort, perfect hard work and heart
Okay.
na ibibigay ng mga players. So nandun kami sa situation na yun.
Okay,
So we'll take it one day at a time.
I love
we're
the
not
mind.
gonna say we're not gonna say na we're gonna win the gold medal.
Yeah.
Ang hirap naman kasi isipin namin na three wins lang kami, okay na kami.
Right.
Kaya naman yun. So we have a goal.
Okay.
Gawin natin yan.
Okay.
And that was just part 1 of our 3-part special with LA Tenorio. We have so much more in store, so keep an eye out on our next episodes. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dip Dipianco.
And don't forget to catch us here on One News and on the Pilipinas Live app, where you can watch us live and our past episodes on demand for just 149 pesos a month, available for download on Google Play or the App Store. Rain Tixon, one of our producers, celebrating a birthday today. Don't work too hard. I'm Boom Gonzalez. This has been The Game.